with that. What? No. We're not doing this. Oh my God. Look at this. Let me watch it. It's not gonna come loose. You gotta be kidding me, man. What's going on with this car? This is ridiculous. 2017 Honda Accord EX model. Customer states vehicle drifts to the left while driving. They state lube, oil, and filter, and they have 1.5 quarts of engine oil in the trunk, and they would like to use that first, and maybe something about a tire rotation. But I'm gonna go drive this and verify that it does pull to the left, and make sure it is a wheel alignment, and then we'll do all the other easy stuff after that. My other note here says going to New Hampshire next week, check tire pressure. Put into notes each tire's air pressure before you add air pressure per customer request. That sounds like a lot of work. I think they know what the air pressure is. All right, let us begin. First click of the day. It's an 8 a.m. click. Never mind, I can't operate this device right here. Come on, we're holding up the show. There we go, let's get out of here. Florida driving rule number 1, no motoring without eye protection. This is critical. Yeah. Man, I knew they caught me speeding the other day. Oh, here we go. Look at this guy. They found the secret parking space. All right, well, we haven't gone very far, and I can already identify, even at parking lot speeds, that there is a pull to the left and that the wheel alignment is out of specification. You know, it bugs me about that. They call it a wheel alignment, but it's actually a suspension alignment. I mean, yes, you are aligning the wheels, but you have to align the suspension in order to align the wheels. So I think it should actually be called a suspension alignment. Plus, that sounds much more fancy. And we like shiny and fancy. Yeah, the problem continues even at surface street speeds. See the wheels a little off to the left, and we are slowly drifting out of our lane. Oh man, you guys, I'm sorry, I forgot. We have 46,583 miles on the odometer. And no gas. It ain't got no gas in it. I'm really slacking these days on that one. I think like my past 3 cars, I forgot to tell you guys what the mileage was. I'm sorry, I must be off in like this whole different headspace somewhere. Hey, look, a 90s Corvette. Little white Corvette. Hello, alignment rack. Okay, centered steering wheel. Neutral. Wheel chocks. Powering down. Begin aligning now. Reset. Yes. We have a Honda 17 Accord. Sure. That one. USA Accord. That one. 18s or 19s. 18s. The fancy Accord. Blah blah blah. Warnings. Blah blah blah. Install heads on vehicle. Moving on up. Oh, it appears for some reason that this scene has no audio. So what I was commenting on about is the curb rash that I'm finding on these wheels after I put the heads on. This is definitely something I want to pay attention to, because oftentimes a customer can look at their wheels and they notice this damage, and then they blame the shop for said damage. I find this to be especially important because when doing a wheel alignment, as you can see, we are placing a metal device on the people's wheels. Because of this, it's incredibly easy to claim that you put a steel peg on my aluminum wheel, and steel being softer than aluminum could potentially cause damage to the wheel itself. Which is true, but not in this particular case. Moving over here to the left rear wheel, we can see plenty of curb rash on this one also. Right here on the edge, down on the spokes, it seems to have a lot of damage. It appears that all of these scratches are just superficial and that there is no structural damage to the wheel assemblies themselves. Okay, the machine is ready to compensate the run out in the heads. Now, what I mean by that is putting these heads on this wheel that's obviously flawed. Therefore, the head is not square and true to the wheel. So we have to compensate for that amount of run out. The way we do that is the lasers take a picture of the head in this position. Then we roll the car back, which changes the orientation and position of the head. Then the lasers take another picture of the heads. It compares those two, averages them, and then it determines, okay, I have this much run out on this axis, this much run out on this axis, and this much run out on this axis. Once it does that, it can then calculate a true measurement for each individual wheel. And that's what we're going to do right now. So real simple, like it's already taken this first photo. Roll it back. There. Waiting, waiting, waiting. 3, 2, 1, ready. Forward again. Yes, sir. You can borrow me. I'm coming. The machine is now capable of measuring the wheels left and right, that's toe, and then our lean in and out, and that is camber. What it does not know now is caster. Caster is the angle in relation to the center line of the wheel versus the pivot point of the wheel. For example, if there was a strut here and it leans this way, and I'm exaggerating of course, and it pivots here, that's an example of positive caster. If it were swung the other way and the center line of the wheel is behind the pivot point, it swings like so. That would be considered negative caster. Think of a motorcycle wheel as a positive caster vehicle and a shopping cart wheel as a negative caster vehicle. The advantage to positive caster is the vehicle is much more stable in a straight line. Disadvantage is that it's harder to turn. And the inverse is true with a negative caster biased vehicle. It'll be very, very easy to turn, but unstable in a straight line. Again, I'll go to the shopping cart wheel. You're headed in a straight line, and you look down, and one of the wheels is just kind of flippity flopping around everywhere. It's not stable. So we are now headed into the cabin of the vehicle to measure our caster. And we will do that by entering steering input, turning the wheel, and it'll take a series of pictures of the heads similar to the compensation procedure we just executed. Now it's critical that the wheels are not allowed to rotate during this phase. So we install the brake pedal depressor. That'll apply constant brake pressure, preventing the wheels from turning. If they turn, it'll throw the measurements all off. We have to start all over again. Climbing on up. Oh, there. By the way, sorry about the wind noise from that fan. It's about 700 degrees today. I always start the engine for this just to get some power steering assist. And we're just gonna watch that monitor. I turn the wheel left. The indicator moves left. I turn the wheel right. The indicator moves right. Turn the wheel to the middle, the indicator moves to the middle. Too far, there we go. All right. Now we're gonna visually center this wheel, make sure it's straight and level. There we go. Looks straight and level to me. Powering down. What is this? Do my eyes deceive me? We have an out of spec camber angle. The right front wheel is leaning in towards the center line of the car. Also, the right rear is leaning in towards the center line of the car. The rest of these are adjustable, no problem. This is a concern for me. Okay, this is adjustable, but we need to pop it in the Z-hood. So let's let this thing back down. It's okay regarding the measurements, as long as I set this machine down on the locks and the angle doesn't become too great between the heads and the laser beams. So I think right about here's my limit on the locks. And it's still reading. This is good. Okay. Happenings, you hood. Everybody, I'm sorry. Something screwed up and I lost another scene. What I have to do moving forward to fix this alignment issue is remove the bolts from the right front strut tower and move that tower within the slots and then reposition it, thus changing the camber angle of the right front wheel. Doing this does require a little bit of extra labor. Oh, one thing else to note. Tires sometimes are inside-outside tires. They are asymmetrical in their tread design and construction, and this one has been mounted incorrectly. Okay, however, before I dig into this, I do have to actually sell this job because this does require a slight amount of a little bit extra labor. So let me go and talk to my advisory staff. Let's get this done. Uh-oh, I just upsold myself out of the whole job. That was a no-go with our guy. They don't want to fix that or any of the other stuff. The guy's in a bad place. He's not happy about it. He's got to take it back to the other person and doesn't understand why we can't make it drive straight with the wrong tire and the camber issue, and doesn't see why it should cost extra money. So I have, well, no good deed goes unpunished, I guess. I don't know. I sold myself out of the job. I could have taken the hour for the alignment and ran with it. Oops. Good deeds. So yeah, we're backing it out. It's not getting anything. That was a waste of time. Probably a waste of my video. I don't even know if I can post this video now. It'll be like the third or fourth one in a row where we like didn't do anything. You know, yesterday I fixed air compressors. The day before that, I stood around all day. Yeah. Sign of the times, folks. Might be a sign of the times. On the bright side, he didn't blame me for scratching his wheels. Alignment head cam. Hard landing. All right, it's secure. All right, Honda, that's about it for you. And you too, audience. I guess we're all done here. Bonus section, angry Honda broken wheel alignment customer auxiliary video. That's where we're at. Hello everybody, welcome back to my auxiliary video. The guy wants to change the oil and he brought his own oil. I'm gonna do that next. First we were in a hurry to leave. Now we're not. Oh, what am I gonna do? There we go. Good, nice and easy one. Filter and 17 millimeter. Alright, actually you guys, I kind of feel bad. I set you up. You see that entire first video was actually it was just a ploy. Truth be told, I have lured you here and tricked you into watching another oil change video. Look at that. What? Nuh-uh. We're not doing this. Oh my God! Look at this. Let me watch it. It's not gonna come loose. You gotta be kidding me, man. What's going on with this car? This is ridiculous. Man, this job is like going down like the Hindenburg right now. Seriously. I can't even. Okay. That one's not working. Time to use my bigger tool. You gotta be kidding me. It moved. I win. Well, let's see if the threads come out with it. Holy crap, yeah. Awesome. I love having never worked on this car before. Yeah. Because that it means we're not gonna get in trouble. Yeah. I think the threads are fine. Okay. It's spun out. It was just stupid tight. Yeah. Alright, yeah, it's good. Cool. Crisis averted. Yeah. I saved the day. Alright, oil filter. How tight are you? No, that's not bad at all. Okay. next part is for all you lube techs out there. This is a very critical instructional segment. It should be taken very, very seriously. Observe, please. Click. Alright, 300 foot-pounds, that's about where we found it. Clickage. You know, the really cool part about this video is not only did I trick you to be here, you're still here. And that's not even the best part. The best part is you were aware of the ploy, you recognized it, and yet you still went along with it. And the best part is you're enjoying it. Now we brought our own oil today. Looks like we got Valvoline something product, 020. Let's see what we got here. That's a full gallon, and this is that's a partial. We're obviously not going to use all of it, but we want to use the partial gallon first, according to our consumer. Ultimate protection against wear. That's weird. On this side it says extended protection. So how can it be extended and ultimate? It's ultimately extended. This is the kind of day where I go to pour this out and find out it's used oil. Wouldn't that be something? Beginning oil installation procedure. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, it's twice today I lied. Long range. Oh, that's fancy. Look at that. It says click to reseal. I think that's about 5 quarts. Let's start it and check it. There we go, we got one. We got one for this video, guys. We got one. This is now complete. Okay, starting engine. No oil pressure light indicated. Powering down again. What I just did was fill the filter and all the galleys inside of the engine. Now we can take a proper level reading. What do we got here? Right on the money. Right there, it's at the top. That'll do. Alright guys, with the exception of our oil change sticker, it will conclude. Thanks for watching. And most importantly, have yourself a great day. See you guys later. Oil life reset procedure complete. 100%. My guy's out in the parking lot telling me where to park. What do I do? Powering down. Here.